Konnichiwa, Japan fans. In today's show, we're going to talk about mindsets. Zaegyo desu. Sore dewa ikimashou. So let's get going. This is the 5th year of the Sales Japan series podcast, broadcasting around the world from the Beverly Hills of Japan, Minato-ku, here in downtown Tokyo. It is chic central. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy, committed to your success, the president of Dale Carnegie Training Tokyo, Japan, and the 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, Japan Business Mastery, Japan Presentations Mastery, and now my new book in Japanese, Zaegyo, is available on Amazon. In this podcast, I want to help you to survive COVID-19. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn, who, unlike many other podcast hosts, have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on iTunes. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Tuesdays, the Presentation Japan series. Every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show. And Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. This is episode number 278. Today we're talking about 4 powerful Japanese mindsets for sales. Sales is a battle. Not a battle with the buyer, although sometimes it feels like that when they won't purchase from us. The war is going on inside our own heads. We have impostor syndrome telling us we are not good enough to do the job, even when we have some modicum of success. We have the reverberation of negative self-talk telling us we are useless when we fail to meet the sales quota. The clients are beating us up on price. The sales managers beating us up on results. The vast majority of time spent in sales sees us failing, being constantly rejected, losing revenues, losing clients, losing opportunities. This is the battleground for our thoughts. This is my 51st year training in traditional karate. So let's draw on 4 mindsets which are central to success in battle. Shoshin, the beginner's mind. Our mindset when learning new skills is incredibly open. We are keen, flexible, adaptable, and hungry to improve. We were like this when we first started in sales, or when we started selling a new range of products or services for the first time. As time progressed and our knowledge improved, our mindset shifted from how much can I learn to how little can I do for the same result. We are now looking for corners to cut, time to be saved, energy to be conserved. We are busy people, so much of this makes sense. But as part of the package, we also carry our bad habits around with us. Some of those corners should not be cut. Some of that time and energy should be deployed, not saved. Each financial year, we start again. Let's reinvigorate our beginner's mind and go back to the basics of sales. Let's purge ourselves of the barnacle-like bad habits which have attached themselves over the last year. The beginner's mind helps us to go back to zero and look at the whole picture again in a fresh way. Knowing what I know now, how would I do things differently? Is a genius-level question to help us get the success we seek. Using the Shoshin mindset, let's start again and reset our sales skills, philosophy, and actions. Mushin, the mind of no mind. In karate training, my instep would land on the side of my opponent's temple Before I knew it, this is the product of thousands of repetitions with that kick, so that the neuron grooving was so well accomplished, the action took place without conscious thought. That is a state of mushin, which in the West we call flow. In sales, we know our process so well, we can guide the buyer to the right decisions without having to think what to say and when to say it. What comes out of our mouth is effortless, confident, intelligent, and perfect for that moment. Clients have precise internal radar for risk. Salespeople who stumble and fumble for words or are not articulate trigger flashing red warning lights and piercing sirens to go off in the buyer's mind. The sales conversation wanders all over the place, but the professional salesperson keeps shepherding the flow back to the next stage of the sales cycle to keep the deal on track. The outside appears calm, and the inside is calm too because the salesperson is in flow and doesn't have to scramble for what to say next. Like those many roundhouse kicks, this is the product of thousands of repetitions in role-play practice with colleagues and in actual buyer conversations, such that the words appear without conscious thought. Find out more when we come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public programs, but we also do custom-made in-house classes. Now, we do them in our super safe classroom, we do them live online, and we do them in Japanese, and we do them in English. Today's show is brought to you by, on the 4th of March, we'll have the Dale Carnegie course. On the 9th of March, we're doing Winning with Relationship Selling. On the 12th of March, we'll do the Dale Carnegie course again. And on the 17th of March, we'll be doing High Impact Presentations. Check out our website, www.dale-carnegie, carnegie.co.jp. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, that's the Bible for selling in Japan, and Japan Business Mastery, and my new book, Japan Presentations Mastery. And they're all available on Amazon. If you like learning by watching videos, then we have over 1,000 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show in Japan, comes out Mondays. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show, and Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders in Japan from SMEs all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Now, every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. And don't forget, you can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. Zanshin, the remaining mind. In karate, the blow is delivered, and then we exercise supreme vigilance with no relaxation and concentration, remaining completely focused on the opponent. In sales, we need to stay focused on the client after the sale. The temptation, though, is to move on to the next client. This makes sense from an efficiency point of view, but is it really effective? If we see the relationship in partnership terms, we want to stay close with that buyer. We want the reorder, the upsell, the cross-sell, the referral. None of that happens by accident or good fortune. We built a trust. We have to stay with the client, constantly keeping in touch rather than just moving on to the next target. We all know it is much cheaper and easier to sell more to an existing client than it is to go out and acquire a completely new client. Keeping in close contact with an existing client after they have purchased takes time and energy, and we can be tempted to move on. Keep the Zanshin mindset at the forefront of how you deal with buyers, and the rewards are long-term and well worth it. Fudoshin, The Immovable Mind. One of the toughest drills in karate training is to have your back heel against a wall and then face a continuous series of attacks one after another from your training partners. They get a break and don't tire, but you don't have that luxury as wave upon wave of lightning-fast blows are rained down on you. Rejection in sales are debilitating. 5 tough rejections in a row when cold calling sees most salespeople giving up. Your lovely client buying from your competitor hurts. People you know well who don't contact you when they need your product or service, buying it from somewhere else is agonizingly painful. Sales can feel ferocious at times. We need an immovable mindset where we won't crack, give up, wilt, or surrender in sales. Harden up, everyone, and keep going no matter what. Your back is against the wall, and you have to keep going regardless. Mindset decides everything in sales. The good part is we get to choose the mindset. Consider these 4 Japanese warrior mindsets as metaphors for sales success, no matter how hard it gets. Thank you for joining the Sales Japan series. If you found the program useful, please work on your karma and share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Immediately apply what you've learned today. Use it and go out there and survive. Remember, I'm your corporate coaching and training guy in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.